3 keys to getting out of the box you're stuck in. This is about how to go to your next level in life, firmly toward being on the path to becoming all God created you to be, with insights from a $25,000 painting. Welcome to Totalityism Podcast, episode number 6. I start with these questions. Do you ever feel trapped or frustrated? Do you feel like you're not progressing as much or as quickly as you'd like? Are you not as imaginative? Do you not have as much fun? Are you not as excited about life as you would like to be? Is it sometimes as if you're spinning your wheels? Do you feel it may be too late for you to become all God created you to be? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you're in the proverbial box. But the good news is that you can bust out of that stinking box right now and quickly enter your ideal world. The box. I'm all too familiar with being in the box. I've been a speaker, a coach, a business consultant for decades. And I've served as the leader of church congregations as bishop for nearly 10 years. Through all this, I've seen people, marriages, and businesses that are figuratively stuck in a box. And frankly, I know what it's like because I've been there at times myself. Haven't we all? To illustrate what life can be like for you after breaking out of the box, here's a simple analogy. Do you remember the joy you felt as a kid riding a bike? Do you remember the first time you rode a bicycle some distance from your home? For me, it was riding my bike as a little boy to the snack shack on the beach near my home in Santa Barbara. I was almost surprised by it, and I certainly loved the feeling of freedom and the new world I experienced riding along the beach toward the snack shack. Wind was blowing against my face, through my hair, nothing holding me back. What a time that was. What was it like for you? Couple of fun quotes. John F. Kennedy said, "Nothing compares to the simple pleasure of riding a bike." John Lennon of the Beatles wrote, "When I got the bike, I must have been the happiest boy in Liverpool, maybe the world." Do you remember that feeling? I share this because I see riding a bike as a kid similar to what we feel when we finally get out of the box. You too can experience that feeling of freedom and exhilaration in your life quickly, now. Now, the painting I'm talking about is titled Out of the Box. You can see it at paulsonartshow.com. Go to the site, scroll down, and you'll see a painting that has a box in the middle of it with all sorts of action happening around the box. Now, some people look at the painting and they may see a mess, while others, including me, see a totally cool abstract painting with a profound message. The painting is priced at $25,000. When I painted it years ago, I titled it Out of the Box. Again, it has a red box with an explosion of all kinds of movement going on around the canvas, representing busting out of the box that you're in. I discover success principles in the art I personally create. I've spoken about that in other podcast episodes as well. Every time I pick up a paintbrush to start a new painting, I get a little giddy because I know it's going to be a process of discovery and learning. Insights to getting out of the box were made more clear to me through creating this piece of art. Here are 3 key insights to getting out of the box and to your next level on your way to becoming all God created you to be. Insight number 1, be deliberate. Clayton Christensen said this, "I believe that we can, in a deliberate way, articulate the kind of people we want to become." You can't get out of the box by just waiting around wishing for it to happen. It just doesn't happen by itself. You must be deliberate, knowing what you want and taking action to get it. To illustrate, I was very deliberate in the creation of this out-of-the-box painting. I knew exactly what I wanted to end up with, a painting that visually represented the concept of breaking out of the box. In the same vein, in order to get out of the box and on to the next level in your life, you must be deliberate. You need to know what you want, what the next level even looks like to you. You see, you can deliberately influence through your plans, values, thoughts, choices, and behaviors your future and what type of person you become. This includes your health, your relationships, your mind, your emotions, your wealth, your spirituality, all of you. So first get clear on where you want to go, meaning what getting out of the box and going to the next level looks like. Next comes how you're going to get there, which leads me to the second key. Number 2, embrace emergence. Now, what do I mean by emergence? Emergence are things that are always a surprise. How you get out of the box and to the next level is often emergent after you take some deliberate action. You must be open to the unexpected and what emerges along the way. Rarely does a deliberate plan turn out to be the exact plan that takes you to the next level. Problems and roadblocks will be encountered with your deliberate plan, but new and better options will become evident to you. This happens to me all the time as an artist. My paintings look much different when finished than when I envisioned them at the start. Each painting has a deliberate beginning, which then leads to interesting emergence as I work on them. Now again, with the out-of-the-box painting, there were less emergent, but I will tell you about one in just a moment. Problems and opportunities create emergence. Artists constantly experiment. They adjust, correct, and iterate. We discover problems and opportunities we hadn't seen before. But can you see how it's important for you to do the same? Though deliberate in how I planned and worked on my out-of-the-box painting, I was surprised by an emergent that made it even better. Here's what I mean. The last thing I painted in Out of the Box was the red box in the middle of the work, representing the proverbial box we need to break out of. But when I stepped back to look at it after painting the red box, it just didn't look right. It didn't look finished. There it was, just as I'd planned it, but it didn't look right. It was static and boring. As I looked at the box, I knew it needed something. I hadn't planned it previously, but the emergent was an idea to add some drips of paint to the box. So I grabbed some paint, I got busy, and when you see the painting now in the box, you see the emergent. It looks much better now. There's texture, there's movement, and it's more congruent inside the box with the rest of the painting. If you wait around for something to happen, you'll likely be waiting a very long time. It's the person who takes action who breaks out of the box. It's those folks who discover something new along the way. When you deliberately move forward, an emergent will appear, and your emergent strategy can then become your deliberate strategy. I'm inviting you to embrace this process. Key number 3, don't compromise who you are. I love this quote from Steve Jobs. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Now, I'm certainly influenced by other artists. For example, I started painting with my artist father when I was 2 years old, and I'm happy to have been influenced by him and the work of other artists like Jackson Pollock and Gerhard Richter and many others. But I paint the way that I want to paint, using methods that allow me to express myself the way that I desire. At a Genius Network meeting led by my friend Joe Polish, Kathy Kolbe of the Kolbe Corporation said, "Don't compromise who you are. Be free to be you. Be yourself. Otherwise, you'll be nobody. You have to be who you are. Otherwise, you disappear. Do it your way." I see Kathy's comment, "Otherwise, you disappear," as another way of describing being stuck in the box. How much is your growth stunted? How restricted are you? How firmly are you in the box? Because you try to be someone you aren't. Because you aren't authentically you. I heard a Hall of Fame speaker, Sally Hogshead, say, "It's better to be different than it is to be better." Of course, she nor I suggest that we shouldn't be striving to be the best we can possibly be. That's, of course, what becoming all that God created you to be is all about. What Sally means is that there's high value in being different, in standing out from others. So what's the best way for you to be different? By being yourself. Because there's no one else quite like you. In order to move out of the box, to go to your next level in life, to be on that path to becoming all God created you to be, you've got to be yourself, different than anyone else. Otherwise, you're a commodity. You disappear and you're stuck because you're unauthentic. Now, to illustrate this out-of-the-box painting, it's different. It's an action painting with a deliberate theme and emergent message. The painting itself illustrates out of the box in these ways. First, the viewer of the painting can see a literal box with some movement within, but the huge action happens outside of the box. Second, this piece is out of the box itself. It's unconventional, unlike others you've seen. There's always an exciting next level for you. That's something that I really want to emphasize. Albert Einstein said this: "It is not possible to solve the problem on the same level at which it originated. You need to rise above this problem, up to the next level to see it from other perspective." Perhaps the most important aspect of going to the next level in life is knowing there actually is a next level and that you can get there. After you bust out of the box, you can go to the next level of success again and again. There's always a next level in life you can get to. Isn't it true that when you progress in some area of your life, you look around and are able to see that there's a next level than the one that you're presently at? That can be an endless and exciting process, actually. The same 3 keys apply to going to the next level. Number 1, be deliberate. Know what the next level looks like and deliberately pursue it. Number 2, embrace emergence. The path to the next level will emerge in ways you don't expect as you take deliberate action. And number 3, authenticity. It's the path to the next level. Be different by being yourself. Your next level can be whatever you wish it to be, unique to you and unlike anyone else's. The out-of-the-box painting truly represents the next level and the path leading to all that God created you to be, with its potpourri of color, movement, and expression outside the box. In conclusion, I quote Deepak Chopra: "Instead of thinking outside the box, get rid of the box." That's a good way to look at it. What does out of the box mean to you? To me, it's a very exciting concept. It represents what exists when we go beyond the boundaries to create something truly special and awe-inspiring in life. It's where we make the biggest difference in our lives, in our careers, in our business, and in the world. I manifested outside-the-box work in creating this piece of art. Art I'd done in my younger years always felt limiting to me, while my work today allows for complete freedom of expression with absolutely no boundaries. The 3 keys I've shared in this podcast are, of course, not the only way to be right about how to become unstuck and to progress in your life. I trust you found that what I've shared an enlightening approach. I'm inviting you to move outside the box in your life, to go beyond the boundaries to the next level of success for you, whatever you want that to look like. Now, as you know, I'm the founder and director of Totality Ministries, the nonprofit with the mission of using my art as a catalyst to help, number 1, you become all God created you to be, and number 2, to create unity, friendship, and love between people of all races and denominations. Getting out of the box is a powerful example of my merging art and theology in a manner to help you become all God created you to be. So there you go, the 3 keys to getting out of the box, how to go to your next level in life and firmly be on the path to becoming everything God created you to be.